Hello and welcome everyone. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone is doing great. Let's see, who do we have here today? Hi, Chucky XS. Hi, Lollycat. Hi, Ben Holt. Hi, Mad Rango. Hi, Chucky XS. Hi, Pink Floyd. Hi, Solid Twitch. Hi, Xbox Jesus. Hi, Cross X Blade. Hi, Sephiroth on Twitch and on Kick. Hi, Kada. Hi, Akriak. Hi, Indian Hacker. And yeah, hi, Sephiroth on Twitch this time. Hi, Jaspinia. And hi, 1G Aqua. And hi, Karamis here. And hi, Abinesh. How is everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's having a great week. Well, end of the week now, I guess. Hope everyone's doing well, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, looks all right. Yeah, today I'm going to be trying a game called Hoomanz. So I got a press review key from the developers, and yeah, the game does look nice and cute. So I'm thinking, yeah, this looks quite good. So I'm going to check it out and see how it goes. Let's see. Hi, Abinesh on Kick. Hi, Dennis Dematic on YouTube. And yeah, Abinesh on Abinesh on both YouTube and on Twitch. Hi, Lex Walker. Hi, Kuro the Official. Yeah. How is everyone? So let's check out Hoomanz. Settings. Oh, there aren't too many settings there. Tutorial Forest. Let's see. Hi, Trucker. Hi, Chilexlor. Hi, OG1. Hi, Trucker on Kick as well. Yeah. How is everyone? Ooh, the forest. And you have a cute. Is it a fox? I don't know. Some animal woke up. He realizes that there's a party going on in the forest, apparently. The humans are doing stuff, and the animal is angry. So I guess it's a bit like I don't know if you've seen the movie The Lorax, or if you've read the book, but I guess it's like the Lorax, right? You know, you have this creature in the forest who is defending nature, and I guess that's what this creature is doing as well here. It's like the Lorax. It's going to do its best to fight against the destruction of nature. So it's a bit of a stealth game, I guess. I think. I'm supposed to scare the humans, but I need to remain stealthy, I guess. You can only scare humans from the dark. There's something on top there. Can I go there? Yeah. Okay, in the chat, Abinesh, you say you're doing good as usual, office work and watching the stream. And how about you? Yeah, actually for me it's somewhat similar, right? I would say. For me during the day it's work, doing various work stuff, and then in the evening, some family time, relaxing, and then before going to bed, playing games, which I'm doing now. Alright, that was the medic on Kick. Awkward arc is a furry, okay? I'd say it's an animal, yeah. You see you're doing good, great. Dennis as well. Hello, he was well. Yeah, hi, Dennis on Twitch. Dennis the Manic on Twitch, yeah. Game seems similar to the wolf and chicken game. Oh, really? Yeah. I'm not really sure. I mean, you didn't really need to be too. Well, actually, maybe a bit. Maybe I wasn't too stealthy actually, but maybe I should have in the wolf, in the fox game. But yeah, I do like the concept of playing an animal in the game because the animal looks cute. Hi, HDR PC, yeah, how are you? And it's manning, so true, it's similar to the movie, yeah, it's similar to, the concept is similar to the Lorax, yeah. Level completed, so this was the tutorial. Forest level 1. Yeah, I thought it was a good movie when it came out, yeah, the Lorax, so yeah, it definitely seems similar. They got some ideas from there, I guess. Well, they didn't necessarily get ideas from the movie itself because it was a book, right? So, yeah, they got ideas from the Lorax. Which is actually a pretty good idea, actually, that they've done that. It's a nice game concept, I think. Another floppy friend is free. It looks different this game. Yeah, and this one, I mean, you play an animal, so you do have some similarities. But then, yeah, it's a different game with the. Oh, so the humans, they catch you, then they hug you. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I think I was a character in the game, and if I saw this little creature, then probably would be doing something similar too, right? Because it's a cute little fox or whatever, yeah. I mean, yeah. I can see why they want to hug the creature. And actually, yeah, when you think about it, like just like in the Lorax as well, you know, the Lorax itself, the creature wasn't very intimidating, right? That's why he had to do stuff as well, somewhat stealthily in the Lorax too, because when I remember, well, I've seen the movie a few years ago, but then I remember, yeah, when the inhabitants saw was it the inhabitants or when some folks saw the Lorax itself, they were saying, oh, it's so small, you know, they were not scared of it. So he had to do things a little bit stealthily as well, behind the scenes, right? So it's the same with this creature. Hi, Natanzo. Hi, Igor Alexander. Yeah, how are you both doing? Vinesh, you completed prototype game. It's a really awesome game. Yeah. Yeah, actually, prototype is a game that's on my list of games that I've been thinking of playing, but then I haven't had the time to do it yet, yeah. But it does look good, yeah. So I'm glad to hear that you liked it, that you found it great. Looks Jesus. Has anybody played the free skate game? You've been enjoying it? I haven't tried it yet, actually. No. I haven't tried Sonic Rumble as well, which is also free. I managed to say, unfortunately, Prototype 2 is restricted in your region. Oh. Yeah, both games are available in other countries. Yeah, both Prototype 1 and 2. And yeah, Prototype 2 is supposed to be a sequel, and what I recall, I haven't played it, but from what I recall, on the Steam listing, apparently you're playing a different character, but then, yeah, you encounter the character from the first game. But it's a sequel. There were even at some point there were even comics which came out of Prototype because it was really popular back in the day. But then, yeah, for some reason, Activision decided to focus more on Call of Duty because, well, they make more money out of Call of Duty, and therefore the great licenses like Prototype did not really get to thrive, unfortunately. Dennis the Medic, you say Hood Prototype 3 is on the wall? What's the wall? On what? Oh, yeah, that's possible because now that it belongs to Xbox Studios, there is less focus on making all the studios just make Call of Duty games. When you grab a can, you're slower, and then you have to play with the stamina as well. So that's why sometimes I don't have enough stamina to run away. Or a long card, you say you think if you can buy it, you can't buy the Prototype 2 in your country, but if you can get it on a key store, it might work. Ah, okay. Do you have Prototype 1 or 2 or? Yeah, I think it might be like I think it was Max Payne, right? Where it was the same when I remember quite a number of folks were saying that you're not able to get the game on Steam, but then when you could try the key, then there was no problem, no obstacle, and quite a few of you could could actually redeem the Steam key for Max Payne as a result. So yeah, I guess it might be quite similar. If there's enough interest in Prototype 2, maybe we could try something as well. Hi, Lefonis, how are you doing? Monica, you tried to play COD today on your laptop. Turns out you were overestimating it, doesn't run well. Well, which COD actually? If you're trying to play the latest CODs, then yeah, they're not going to run well on laptop for sure because they're quite demanding, I think. But they look really good. However, if you're trying an older COD, then I think you definitely have good chances. So it really depends on which COD you're trying, I think. Jesus, this is Sonic Rumble, this is good too, yeah. Yeah, I heard that, but I just haven't had the time to try it yet. Hi Satish, how are you doing? Hi Fossen, how are you? Hi, Hugh1089, yep, how are you? And Abidashi, I'm not sure I understood what you meant by Steam Family to continue part 2. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Then Mr. Manic, you say, what are you doing about companies using AI in their games? I think it depends on how they use AI. Right? If it's using AI to help in certain steps of the development, like to get into some concept art, and then later on because sometimes when you're doing early concept art, you're doing early sketches, then yeah, I mean, in those cases, yeah, why not use some AI art, I think, just for the early sketches. But then I do think that in the later development stages, then yeah, they should replace obviously what they've done, and then they should get more definitive, something which is not AI generated. And I guess it depends on the size of the studio too, right? If we're talking about a solo developer who is trying to get into the video game industry, and then that solo developer has used some AI, for example, for voiceovers or whatever, then yeah, I mean, it's a small studio, right? So you can't really expect that they will have like a 400 people team doing the art design or whatever. So yeah, I think the size of the studio does have an impact. I do think that if it's a small studio, then yeah, we shouldn't be so strict, so demanding on a solo or super small studio. But then if we're talking about large game development studio, then there are less excuses, I think. Then yeah, if you're buying a game, like $69, then you do expect that you get some quality attached to the price tag, right? Oh no, I didn't want to go to the end. I didn't see what's the ending. Oh, I just wanted to run away from that person. They're traps. No idea. And Veronica, you see a lot of runs Jurassic World Evolution 3 for some reason. Yeah, I mean Jurassic World Evolution, you know, if it's a strategy game, you'd have less need, for like for super high frame rates, and then they're not going to be necessarily using the most demanding dynamic lighting, ray tracing, and all of that, right? So that has a big impact too. A top-down game, the view is top-down, then they don't necessarily need to use the latest and greatest lighting technologies. They can use other tricks to simulate the lighting, and that runs, that helps it to maintain, lower system specs. That helps it to be less demanding as well. But then if you are talking about, first-person shooter, it's going to be a bit more demanding. So the type of game as well, it's going to have an impact. And yeah, maybe you have to lower the settings, but it's lower resolution. You can try that. You may have to turn on FSR, and then use FSR so that you can run on your desired resolution, but at the same time lowering the rendering requirements. Right? FSR is a good way to lower the requirements of a game too. The AMD fidelity effects and the FSR tree. Oh, it only can you see you don't have either for the type 1 or 2. Oh, okay. Hi, Salt Miner. Hi, Trolley69. Yeah, how are you both? Veronica did try the lowest resolution too, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, for shooter games, FPS games, they do tend to be a little bit more demanding as well, as opposed to strategy games. Well, only can you say was BO7? Oh yeah, for sure that's not going to run on a Vega 8. The BO7, Black Ops 7 does make lots of use, of ray tracing and all of that. So yeah. It'll be the older COD games which would run better on the laptop. when I say older, I don't necessarily mean, the original Cold War game. Even the Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare series, those should run quite well on a laptop, for example. You obviously why does my character remind you of what from Madagascar? Oh. Experience say it's annoying when you go to an area where you don't want to. Yeah, exactly. I was just trying to run away from the human chasing me, and then I wasn't expecting to go to the accident because I did want to explore a little bit and make sure I uncover, the various secrets which are easy to spot. Oh. Yeah, and to clarify as well, what I was saying earlier about Jurassic World, does look really great, for sure. What I meant is that, for a strategy game, you don't necessarily need the same high frame rates as you would need, for a first-person shooter. So that's one thing, and then how they do the lighting as well does have an impact on performance. You can have really, really good lighting as well without ray tracing, but then it depends, on the type of game, how they, what type of tricks they use for that. Prophecy, like the idea of the game, you're scary for the humans as long as you're in the shadows. Yeah, exactly. When I'm in the light, then I look like a cute little furry fox, I guess. A fox? Yeah, and I see this lots of folks talking about subscription service like GeForce Now, whatever. Yeah, for me it's the same as well. I'm not really a big fan of subscription services for that. Even, like Game Pass. I don't have Game Pass. Not really a huge fan of having to subscribe for that type of thing. Yes, another floppy friend is free. Hi, Surf Ninja, and hi, Mr. Dennis. Yeah, how are you both? And yeah, Fossum, how are you? And yeah, no worries. You're welcome. Oh dear. Hi, Wolfmelon, how are you doing? Xbox Studios is the only good thing about the new car. On Xbox is that you can choose what you want to install. Yeah, I mean, the size of the game is huge as well. 2 at once, very nice. Yeah, the size game of the recent code are huge because they want to install multiplayer, they want to install zombies mode, they want to install campaign and everything, and yeah, it's massive. So sometimes it can be quite dissuasive as well, because when you see the size, you're like, oh well, I don't really have space on my desk for that, so maybe I'll just do something else instead for the time being until I free up space. And yeah. Actually 69, you see your Twitter feed is just Half-Life 3 all of a sudden. Yeah, I think lots of folks are hoping that it's going to be a launch title. There have been quite a few rumors as well that they've been working on something Half-Life related. But yeah, who knows? Yeah, Binesh said students get good offers for good laptops. That's true as well. There may be special deals, in your stores, or maybe through school or whatever. They will probably ask you stuff like need to have a student email address or whatever they want to check. But then, yeah, if you do have that, then you may be able to ask to get some pretty good deals on the on the laptop, on the gaming laptop. Yeah. Let's see. So Ninja, you see you're fed up with those codes giveaway. Oh, what happened? Why are you fed up with those? Hi, Mark 1337, how are you doing? Only cat is you're supposed to get a gaming laptop a few months ago, but family problems came up and budget, yeah. Hi, Ice Bear, how are you doing? Yeah, Xbox students, you see you're just starting a campaign on Xbox now, but it's 82 gigabyte. Yeah, that's huge. Then is, you see your feed is full of Black Ops 7 giveaways. Sadly, most of them are fake. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, in one way, I think, to detect whether it's fake or not as well. Look at what platforms they're saying that the giveaway is for. If this, in most cases, well, how do they actually get a key, right? The game is not even out, and then if you go on the third-party key stores, well, they don't have the key as well. So how can they actually be doing, genuine giveaway of the Black Ops 7, right? Obviously, if it's if it's the developers or if it's something connected to them, then yeah, they would have access to the keys. But then if it's some random account with only 500 followers, then yeah, it's going to be quite unlikely that they would have access to those keys as well. And even now, if you look at let's say the Outer Worlds too, well, you don't really find keys for that being sold on the Steam version being sold on third-party websites, and because, well, it's not really something that Xbox is actively selling. So if you need to get a key, you would have to buy it from Steam, and therefore, yeah, like I was saying, it's quite unlikely that a small account would suddenly have access to that. Lonely Cat, you see, you join one singular BO7 giveaway and you won that. Wait, you won BO7 already? Yes, yeah, you see, they normally ask college students ID or some proof. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember when I was a student as well, they did have, I forgot what kind of office it was, but then I do remember, yeah, for some stuff, you just needed to provide, an email address, from your school, showing that you are student at the school, as said. So they may not necessarily ask you for the full ID or whatever, but then if you have a university email address, then yeah, that's sufficient in most cases. Yeah, university email address, or maybe even like a student card or any stuff, just to prove that you're a student, right? Without necessarily showing the full ID or whatever. Hi, Moses on YouTube, yeah? So you're late, no worries. How are you? Sith Ninja, you say you're fed up with BO7 giveaways on your home screen on Twitter. Yeah, I haven't seen too many of those. So I guess I'm assuming that if you're seeing those, is because you took part in some of the BO7 giveaways. So X would believe that you're interested in those, and therefore they'll be showing you more of that type of content. Am I correct? Or? If you blacklisted Call of Duty. Oh. That's a shame. Wolfman, you see your brother's playing Black Ops 7 right now. Oh, it came out already? Haven't been following you see the campaign sucks. Oh, okay. So that is, it is out actually. Oh, okay. I had no idea. I knew it was coming out. Oh, actually, oh, you're right. Today is the 14th. Yeah. Wasn't keeping track on that. I knew it was coming out sometime in November, but not keeping track on the game date releases. So for your else, do you have an amount of lives in this game, or is it unlimited? At least at this stage, I don't think there is a limit. I haven't seen anything, and I did get caught a few times. What happens is that when you get caught, your points, the number of points that you get gets lower. So I think it's each time you get caught, you lose 50 points. I have no idea what happens if you are in a negative for points. And I don't want to try that here. But yeah, I can definitely see the number of points goes down each time I get caught. You say it came out today a few hours ago. Yeah. Good to know. Xbox Studios, you see Big Prototype 1 and 2 on Xbox, and you own them on Steam now. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I think, games that, which came out on the Xbox 360 or whatever, I think it's a good idea to get them on PC on Steam. And it just looks so much better too. Hi, Saito Suplex. How are you doing today? Hi, Ishida Gaming. How are you? And Bimu. Yeah, welcome. How are you doing? Shida, you say sorry you're late. Oh, no worries at all. So free off, you see where the wings meat comes out today and can't wait to try that. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. Yeah, agreed. She asked, how am I doing? Yeah, I am doing great, thanks. Yeah, and unfortunately, I would say that in all of those accounts, social media with fake giveaways or whatever, yeah, definitely turn away people, from the, real accounts, real genuine giveaways. Yeah, that's unfortunate, I think. Because then people believe, oh yeah, all these things are fake, which is not true. We do have real giveaways, but yeah. Students, you see, don't buy much on Xbox now. It's just your Game Pass machine. You buy most of your games on Steam now. Yeah. Well, actually, if it's, you can just get Game Pass on PC as well, right? So it's not just Steam. You would have to use the Xbox app, but then, yeah, nowadays, I guess, yeah, you can use your PC for pretty much everything. Actually, for example, the new Horizon online multiplayer game, I was surprised that it's not even coming to PS5. They haven't announced it yet. PS5, they only say it's for phones and PC, so that's that's one thing to bear in mind too. Well, if you see, so how many of you have already got and how many of you already bought Black Ops 7? Yeah, bought or won Black Ops 7? Because see a few of you mentioning that preloading, installing it. Yeah. Yeah, Binesh, you see, don't know why it's global and Prototype 2 is restricted. Yeah, that's true. I don't know why as well. Could be certain local requirements that the company didn't want to have to do. Like to go through some kind of review board or whatever, and they just decided they wanted to skip that. So yeah, that could be that. Could be other tons of reasons. Yeah, I don't know. Dennis, you haven't, yeah. Xbox Studios, you don't own many cards, to be honest, they're always expensive. That's true, yeah, that's true. Yeah, here they do have sometimes good deals for COD games during Black Friday sales. Or after Yeah, or in general as well, sometimes we do have some pretty good deals on card games. Yeah. Xbox students, you see, never win much. Oh. Lonely Cat isn't worth buying it right now. I keep trying giveaways to all of them and on Twitter. Oh. Okay. Maron, we say $100+. You rather buy CS2 skins. Really? You would rather buy skins? But why? It's something I never really fully understood because, yeah, skins, you're not really changing the gameplay. It's not a map or new mission or whatever. It's just something purely cosmetic-wise. So I'm not sure I understand why. Oh, yeah. Low tiny time. You see, you don't have a single card game since they raised all the game prices. Oh. Yeah, and then look for cards. I guess it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for the online experience, with friends or whatever, then yeah, it makes sense to get the latest one because that's where most people will be gravitating towards. Most folks who want to get and play the latest one for the online experience. But then if you're just planning to do the single player campaign, then I guess any version can do if you're interested in storyline. That means you say you can sell skins at any time. Ah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think about the resale value. Yeah, that's a good point. Skins make it easier for people to find you and shoot you down. That's true. You stick out a bit more, yeah. You stand out. Well, I guess it depends, right? Some people want to stand out from the crowd, I guess. The hacker is more like an investment. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, if you can resell it at a good value, if the price goes up as well, then yeah, it's like you said, it's like an investment. Yeah. Xbox users who say don't like the zombie mode much. Yeah, I did. So I haven't tried the latest code, so I don't really have any view on the latest ones. But then in the older ones, I didn't really fancy it too much as well. The zombie mode, I don't know, just never clicked with me. I did like the campaign though. Oh, you see, I'm not going to get View 7. You are happy with Game Pulse Ultimate, yeah. So I guess it depends how long you have Game Pulse Ultimate. What are traders and RE4 remake? Yeah. Good choices, I guess. And so then is to say, which call has the best campaign in your opinion? So I haven't played all of them, so I can't give a comprehensive overview, but then the first one that I played, which was the original Modern Warfare 3, I thought the one was pretty good. That's how I discovered COD actually. I really liked it. And it's still I think my favorite COD campaign. I did like COD Ghost actually. I thought it was pretty good as well. I know it's not popular, that lots of folks didn't mind that one, but I don't know. I thought it was fun. You always been playing Black Ops 7 and other games like that, you always suggest Xbox Game Pass. Yeah. Hello, Xbox Game Pass, you don't own the game as well, and I mean, there are many games which, because they're owned by Microsoft, they're not going to remove them, but then you have a whole bunch of games which are on the platform which eventually get removed as well, so you don't always know, what's going to remain on the platform, on the subscription. Not even sure if they have the old game, if they have the old COD on Game Pass. I think it's only the newer ones which are there. Yeah, Xbox users, so you prefer the older COD campaigns, you got bored with the newer ones, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's why. Yeah, I would. For those of you who want to try COD, I would say don't forget the older COD. I think that if you're looking for a good storyline, I think those are pretty good as well. Maybe even better than some of the newer ones. I don't know. I haven't tried the newer ones, I can't really say, but then really did enjoy them. I thought they were really good, yeah. I guess for the older CODs, it's mostly you get them mostly for the single player campaign types. Because you're not going to find too many folks doing the online multiplayer. Dennis, you like Cold War the most, but you haven't played COD games for a long time. Yeah, I haven't played the latest ones as well, so I can't really comment on those. The free officer, the Ghost campaign was the only good thing in the game. Yeah, that's the only thing I tried actually. That was when I recommended it. I was referring only to the single player campaign, yeah, not the multiplayer or whatever. One thing I have to say is that the COD games, they really yeah, the storyline is always really good, generally. At least the older ones, yeah. Washida and Alclea, you have to leave. Yeah, no worries. I'm going to end soon, actually, as well. Not because you're leaving, but because it is late. And yeah, I do have to work tomorrow, so I think I'm going to end the stream in a few seconds. Yeah, so thanks for reminding me, because yeah, I wasn't paying too much attention on the time. All right. Yeah, before we leave, let's quickly check the chat divine. This stuff. Yeah, enjoy your meal, Ashida and Akria. Uh, um, yeah, World at War was pretty good. Yeah, agreed. All right. Yeah, looks like I caught up in the chat. So before I leave, who should we raid? Do you guys want to see Fortnite or Silent Hill F or F1 2010? Any preferences? Silent Hill. Okay, two votes for Silent Hill, 3 votes. Okay, 4 votes. All right, so let's go to Silent Twitch. All right, so I'm starting the raid in, well, I clicked on raid now. It's going to start in a few seconds. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, appreciate it. Have a great rest of the day or evening or good night. Yeah, depending on your time zone. Take care and see you soon. Thanks everyone and bye.